Okay, we're gonna try that again. So I already upgraded this staff, and I guess like to justify why I did that, when I was carrying before, like obviously 6 levels lower, it only was a slight boost in stamina, and it swapped spirit for int, so it's kind of like, but as far as I understand, cat form, what do they call it? Yeah, cat form. It's using the weapon you're holding, the damage of it. So upping damage and speed was a good idea, and then also I'm throwing arcane spells, so this one gives a boost to arcane, so that's cool. I'm gonna go with it for a while. I'm not gonna lose the other staff, but likely I won't go back to it. There's no real reason to. But what I have to note is that I dropped spirit, so I decreased my regeneration of health and mana, and it just increased my mana pool by taking int. So I just got to keep that in mind while I'm doing the rest of this gear. I think my chain's good. I'm not going to need to upgrade that for a while. So, but we'll just look at everything else here quickly. So, leather head. I'd be surprised if I can find a better ring or ring duo, because these are not unique, and I've got the same one twice, so I'm liking that, but I'll have a look anyway. Okay, so no blue hats, just what I'm wearing. So how does that compare? Oh, look at, there's one. Okay, so what the heck? This is upgrade in armor, it adds agility and stamina and matches it in spirit. So I'd be losing 16 intellect, but I just gained that on my staff. And I'd be gaining back almost as much stamina and getting a ton of agility. So that's super interesting, except it's 69. What? I mean, I could do it, but I'm not super convinced. Okay, let's keep moving here. So, what do we got for shoulders? The other thing too is, like, I don't really want to spend more than 100 gold here, but I've got other gold I can access. Ginny's holding another 100, so yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? These are 26. So I just want to go as high as I can, I think, here. That's a nice boost, actually, though. What else you got? Whoa. That's another high-priced one that's really nice. Yeah, I just don't... It's kind of like serious twinking gear there. Okay, well, what about greens in my range? I can go as high as what? 32. like to see some agility. Man, those are the shit right there. Okay, so I'm gonna hold off on that because I've already got like a helmet and a shoulder that I want that are both like 90 gold each or some crap. Okay, so what do we got here? Stamina and intellect. And it's always so weird when you re-gear, everything switches up. So like I lose agility, but I gain stamina, strength, intellect. So like it's a good trade-off, but then I gotta think about how am I gonna get agility to replace that, right? Ooh, holy, there's the one right there though. I think that's kind of some sort of, it's not as ugly as I thought it was. Yeah, we got a lot of expensive gear, but look at all that agility. Yum. I'm such a fan of it because crit and dodge. Alright, let's keep looking. This could take a while. Yeah, if I was going to drop a bunch, I would way more go for this. Similar in some ways. Okay, so now I got 3 expensive blue items that I want to buy. Just blow all the dough. Okay, I just bought a belt, so I don't think I need to buy anything here, but let's look. Could always sell the one that I bought because I haven't equipped it yet. This is the one I got. A little bit more for it. What? 325. Stamina and spirit, but once again, losing agility, losing strength. Wow. It's tough. Okay. So, but for now, well, actually, let's look. What? Just want to see what's just above it here in the list. Or, I guess, below it. Cliff belt. It's actually pretty nice for a green. So I even have that other one on me? Apparently not. Still in the bank. Okay. Well, I'll just have to look back here. So it's 60, 6, 6, and 5. 65. 8 and 6. Oh, but it also has a heal on it. That appealed to me. It's like a 1 extra heal if you're out of mana. 6, 6, and 5. This thing's so cheap. It's nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually just pick this up because it's so cheap, and if I need to make up agility, that'll be the way I'll go. Okay, so what do we got for legs? I should have looked at that a little bit more, because maybe there was one with an extra point. I have to go back to that after this. Whoa. 10 agility, 10 spirit. 10 agility, 10 stamina. I don't know if you ever noticed this, like certainly lots of people, most people have, but just in case you haven't, like there can be items up here with the identical name, everything's the same, but one rolled a 10 and 10 and one rolled a 9 and 10. See, like sometimes like this one for example, they've priced it way higher because it's a 10 and 10. So it's always worth like just looking through them all and buying the one with like the extra point. If you can afford it, right? So do I want 10 agility and spirit, or 10 agility and stamina? It's literally 100 health if you go for the stamina. Okay, I'm gonna buy this. Well, actually, just okay. I mean, what it looks like isn't as important, but if there's two things that have the same stat and they look dramatically different, then I'll usually go for the better looking one. Okay, feet. Oh, actually I was going to go back to the waist for a second here. So what I bought was this one, I think. So back to feet. Huh. Every boot looks stupid on the torrent. Okay. It's 2 stats versus 3 stats. Kind of tempted by those briar triggers. Let's see what else is here. Nothing else is here. That's a lot of expensive blues I want. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna look at this already. Oof. Oh, I see. Okay, so I mean, really, those are road boots, but pretty lost, I gotta be honest. Like, the way that any of these options is going, it's changing up my stats so dramatically that I don't even really know where to go with this. What? That's so crazy. Alright, and now probably the thing I need most. The ones I have are so good for their level, but I'm so far from 22 now. But also the agility. That's the other thing, is sometimes people enchant gear and put it up here. So that's how I bought these gloves with a +5 agility on them already. So I mean, that's ideal if you can find that. Okay, I'm gonna jump up here. Look how little the armor jumps in 10 levels. So crazy. Oh. I kind of like that look of those, actually. Alright, so I'm going to buy the monkeys. So I just want to go through and see if there's any 8 and 8. Let's see, so 7 and 7 is how it's supposed to drop. 7 and 7, 7 and 7, so then some of them are 8 and 7. But they're not like high priced 8 and 7. So do I want 8 agility or do I want 8 intellect? Oh, these ones are agility stamina. That might be the way I want to go. So these ones are Sentinel Goes to the Monkey, 65, oops, 65, 8 and 7 for 273. These are Sentinel Goes to the Monkey, 65, 8 and 7 for 123. Oh, 7 and 8. So here's the ones, 8 and 7 for 88. That's probably the way to go right there. Oh, this is the same thing for 65, 68, 65. So, but then look at this for a second here. It looks like an upgrade because it's a level 32 item. But my armor's only going up by 4. And agility by 2, and I'm losing my +5, so I'm essentially losing 3 agility. And then gaining 1 point of stamina. Well, no, that's not true. Gaining 4 points of stamina and losing spirit. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. So now I've gone through it all and I'm just confused. And I burned a bunch of rend. Okay, so just gonna take that lock. Enough of those. Okay, so do I want this belt? 65, 8 and 6 for the heal. Okay, I want this 60, 6, 6 and 5. With no heal. Let's get a point less spirit. 2 points less stamina, but 6 extra agility. And I lose a little bit of armor. Gotta go with the gift belt. Oh, when I'm 33, I do. Good Lord. Okay, so these are a go. And I'm gonna put this kit on before I forgot. And everything else is still undecided. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of purchases here. Just need to go through it all quickly again one more time. Okay. We should do here a level range. Let's go 30 to 32. Tempting. It almost looks like the shoulders I was looking at sold, or they're a lower level, or they might have been a 33. Let's go 28, 33. Yeah, they're 33. Man, those are badass. I don't really like the way they look at all, but everything else about them is pretty appealing. Those get the points for best looking. Or definitely not those. Oh, these are maybe the best looking. That was one thing, like, it was always so frustrating trying to keep your character looking decent in vanilla, that I really liked the transmog when they added it. Especially because, if I'm not mistaken, like, the system kept track of all the gear you'd ever had somehow. Could be wrong. Maybe you had to go collect it again, but seems to me I was able to just, like, wear my favorite looks from all the years. Okay, so what am I? 26. Okay, well, these are so cheap, and they're an upgrade. Just seeing if there's one that has, like, an extra point or something. It doesn't really seem like it. So I like that they're the best looking ones, but that's not why I made the decision to get them. It's just that if I want to go for a blue soon after, I won't have wasted a bunch of money on these, because they're all so cheap. And they're an upgrade, and they look good. Okay, so back to this. Okay, I think for my big expenditure here, I'm gonna do this. As opposed to a new helm. Compare it now. What is the expensive leg again? There wasn't one? Feet? I could do both of those, eh? It's such a juggle. That was the expensive feet. $2,000 for this? That's so crazy. It's a cool helm, but nothing's worth that much. Okay, so shoulder I took care of, so I'm going to go back to the chest and buy the wolf fear. Strength, stamina, intellect, agility, stamina, spirit. Agility, spirit. So I'm adding stamina, losing spirit. Adding armor, agility. Okay, so 17, 6, and 3, 17, 6, and 3, 17, 6, and 3. All the way down. So it's really just a case of the cheapest one. Let's go with it's a lot. Okay, so look at that. The only thing about doing big expenditures like that is that I'm pretty much committed to gold farming again, which is fine, but I haven't been doing it much lately. So, gained agility, lost a bit of spirit, gained stamina. This is lost some int, gained agility and stamina. This is gained some int, lost some spirit. So, all in all, I think we got pretty good thing going here. I really like these. For no particular reason than they're priced high. And then feet, just like that, legs. Legs were good. Got an upgrade. This I can't find anything. I'm gonna keep that, and that's an upgrade. Cloak. I mean, once again, I had such good gear for the level I was at that none of this stuff is like a major upgrade. 2 points of armor. It's like 4 level requirement difference, but it's really just 2 armor. So. It's a nice one if you got 119 gold to drop on a cloak. That's for when you're rolling your second or third character, I think. Okay, I might have to just call it here then. Head I don't want, shoulder I did, chest I did, waist I'm good, legs I did, feet I'm gonna wait on. What happened with wrists again? I'm gonna wait on wrists. Okay. So one more look at hands here. Almost dropped hands and then realized that my agility enchant made these so much better. Speed to gloves. That's the thing. Kind of forgot that one. I remember speed to boots. This must be mount speed to gloves it's talking about. Oh, okay, well, let's look at rings here quickly. I know that I'm good for a neck. I kind of like that actually. So you lose a point of strength, lose 5 int, but it gain 5 agility and 8 spirit. I think that's a go. Alright, so I'm just gonna go bank this stuff in case I change my mind. Which I rarely do, but no, I don't even have room in the bank, do I? No. No. That's weird. I thought I was going to be lower roll than that. I might have to just commit to this new gear and sell this stuff. Definitely that's a go. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. Okay, so now my next decision is, do I go fish some knife in right now and try to get another rend before I go out? Or do I go out, or do I just take a break right now and eat dinner? Any of those kind of appeal to me. I'm going to buy another Chrono Boom while I'm thinking of it. So I'm just going to price the raw knife and snappers, see how they're doing right now. And I'm also going to buy one or more of these. Holy! They're actually making a little bit of coin on these now. Alright, so one it is. Well, let's see here. Is anyone stacking them? 5 for 8. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Best viewers, eh? I don't know about that. There was a guy in here the other day talking best viewers, and it was a different site. I think you have some competition. Yeah, he definitely had a no space thing going on. Okay, so these are down to $12.95. It's a good hour of my time for that. What are these selling for right now? $1 a piece? Yeah, as weird as it is, I think that's my best thing right now, because I can actually farm rend while I'm making gold and ratchet. So here we go. So once again, my title's a little off because I'm farming gold. I love these barbaric shoulders, they look great.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so now while I'm flying, let's see what my options are here. Hold a heavy guard pilot crag, and I'm gonna pass on that. So 1,000 needles. Got a lot of high up stuff in 1,000 needles. Not a huge fan, but it's in the right level range to pull it off. Or sampling the barrens. Yeah, grinding around the hunter camp. It's probably my best XP right now. Odanis. It's not a grind at all, but I'd love some revenge on that guy. It's funny. I want someone's head and he's going to give me a mighty gift, but it's non-specific. This is rad. It could be kind of fun actually, killing yetis and ogres. That's something to do with Old Delarn. To read about that, I don't really know which one to go with. Pearl diving and Stramathorn Vale. That could be super fun or a nightmare. Oh, I just remembered okay, so this might be my new boots. I might work on the war song. 71, 67. Dang it. Forget it. Thanks for the rainbow. I was just thinking about how buying gear like that, I mean, it's not that different if you're taking quest reward gear or drops gear, but the whole point is that when you're switching up gear, the decisions you have to make around what stats you're gaining, what stats you're dropping, trying to keep it all balanced is like a nightmare, and they did it on purpose, for sure. And all through the years, I don't really think they did anything to fix that, but it's kind of stupid. Like, there should be a way to line up certain sets of gear to compare, and Yeah, I don't know. Like really the only thing they have is like generally accepted best in slot pieces, and even that is opinion of the community, sometimes argued about like crazy. And okay, I don't know why I'm fishing this. 16 gold, I guess, is why. Not sure if that's in the ring or not. I think it is. So technically now I have enough strangle kelp for what I want to do. Especially now. What did I just throw there? Oh man. I accidentally hit the keybind for my PvP trinket. Okay, I decided it's not these I want to loot, it's the boxes. There's a oily black moth. Yeah, these weapon crates, like, they seem on some levels like a waste of time, but it's always at least 15 silver in there. It's funny, I never would have guessed by looking at that shaman ghost form that it's not actually stealth. That was my biggest surprise. I don't know how I went past that. I must have been thinking of something else where it popped right as I passed it. Ooh, there's 2 of them. That's great. So as long as there's no one fishing, I can probably get those. And that'd be enough for me. Weirdly enough, they're not fishing. Come on now. I'm at the point now where I'm starting to get slightly tempted to run dungeons every once in a while, but I also know that I don't want to do it. But it's because I watched a video that Jimmy just released. It's actually part of it showing one of the very few things I watched from OnlyFans, like as it was streaming, was Jimmy and Grubby and Annie with Soda Poppin' running. No, we're gone. Anyways, Jimmy's video is really funny and really well edited, well scripted, just like quality content. And having watched part of it live, it was kind of interesting to hear his perspective on it. And then there's also a really funny section with McConnell that is also interesting too, because I've never played a warrior, so I didn't really know about the sort of exploit, I guess, that they use to get that axe at a lower level. Whirlwind axe. But the truth is, I have a certain amount of satisfaction, like, because I don't generally enjoy dungeons, but I enjoy the gold farming stuff I do. So, like, for example, if you watch this video, you saw me drop like 70 gold or something on a chest armor, and most people would never do that because it would just be like crazy. Like, that's almost as much as you pay for your mount. But to me, 70 gold is nothing. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've got a retail, main that I haven't played in years because I don't like the game at his level. He's got like 88,000 gold on him just sitting there. And that's after paying for my monthly pay with tokens for like 5 months, and I paid for my brother for 2 months. So I basically got 7 free months of WoW just from gold that I earned in game, and I still have 88,000. So like, making gold to me is just kind of funny almost. It's the thing that I like best and do best. I mean, the people that criticize my gameplay aren't necessarily the ones who are begging for gold in chat, but if they are, that's really funny. Okay, so what do we got here? 9, eh? Okay, well, I might have to call it for now. I'm gonna eat. I'd like to come back, but I can't guarantee I will, but I might. There's a good chance of that. Okay, here, buy this from me and all this crap. I won't use this today. I'm glad you could help too. Yeah, could you help with all this as well? Can you give me a little bit more for those mana pots maybe? So now, let's make 4 of these. It's too bad, 5 would have been a little better. One more oily big mouth would have helped. Where is it? Here. Okay, I'm gonna call it for now. Alright, so I didn't say this at the beginning, but the reason my camera's off is it's so hot here today, like major heat wave. I have really bad hair and I didn't feel like putting a shirt on, especially a long sleeve hooded shirt to cover my hair, so I just went without the camera so you didn't have to look at my naked flesh and bad hair day. But I might come back later with camera, hood, and shirt. If not, I'll see you soon. If you check this out, I really appreciate it.